Hello. Hi, it's Kathy with Kathy's Country Goodness. If you're catching this and you're on the replay, please hashtag and put replay so I know. And maybe try following me. That would be great. I can get more followers. I'm on today because it's Sunday and I live in a small town, a very Christian oriented town where everything is closed on Sundays. So if I want a really good coffee, I have to make my own, which is fine, saving me money. And I like to make coffee once in a while. And I wanted to show you my really cool coffee pot. I'm looking to see if I've actually got a notification that I see that Facebook has not sent out notifications that this is on, but I am on. Maybe you'll catch it later. So my coffee pot, I don't know if you guys can see it. I hope you can. It's called the Ninja. And Ninja, they make different ones. Okay, they make some with larger water reservoirs. This one makes different ones, and I'll explain to you how it works. But this one actually will make one complete coffee, one whole pot of coffee before you have to fill it up. But for this iced coffee machine part, it only takes a half of it to make the full pot. So that's cool. And then this is unique to this one, is that it has this where you foam your drinks. We won't be foaming today, and then it also comes with a measuring, so there's no question about measuring. Now, Ninja thinks that people have a lot of caffeine, so their measuring, I think, is kind of high for your coffee. Like, I only usually use a third of a cup for a pot of coffee, but I guess that's pretty weak in most people's thoughts. So I'm just going to go by what it says. It is pretty easy to do. It actually has, I'll show you. It actually has measurements if you just want to make, look at that, it goes down. So you can just make a single pot of coffee, a single cup of coffee, or it also has measurements for like your car traveling thing. So it's all good. Okay, but we're going to put this in here. What I have done before I actually hit the live button is I filled this entire carafe with ice. And there's directions on this somewhere, but I just have it memorized. So you just fill it up with ice. Now, if you don't have a Ninja, I have a feeling that if you fill your carafe with ice and then only make like enough water for half a pot, it's going to come out the same. It's going to be good. This is really good coffee. You're going to feel like you're at Starbucks. Okay. And then, so for a full carafe of coffee, it says 4 to 6 of these. Like I told you, I used to use only a third of a cup. And it is like 2 in the afternoon. So I think I'm going to make it on the weaker side. And I'm just going to do, it says 4 to 6. I'm going to do 4. You use regular coffee. Any kind of coffee you want, actually. This opens up. And then I'm going to put 4 scoops in here. I'm a little bummed that Facebook hasn't sent out any kind of messages. All right, now we're just gonna brew it. So you have to, this machine here, it has over ice, rich, and classic. So we're doing a full cup. Well, actually, you know, I need to turn it on because we're gonna turn it on. Every time my electricity goes out, and we had an electric surge this morning, my coffee pot goes off. So it's on. Make sure it's on. And then you want to make sure it's on full. And then you want to hit over ice. Over ice. Now that's specialty. Over ice. And then you just hit it. Super easy. It'd be just like me to forget something. But that's it. So that's it. So then we're going to, shouldn't take more than like 2 minutes for that to actually go through the cycle. So then you have another cup of ice that, you know, they pre-made. And normally I actually would wait until the coffee was done, pour it in, and then add all my extra sweets. But because I have to wait, and you guys have to wait for that to go, I'm going to do it now. So I use almond milk because I don't know if you guys know this, but I keep telling you I'm on a diet. And I gotta be honest with you, I've done really well. Let me just rinse this off. That way I never lose it because it just goes right there on the side. I have done really well on my diet, taken off 16 pounds. I think my husband's taken off like 30 because, you know, men, they take off, you know. And But then I had my grandkids over for 2 weeks, and actually I did pretty good the first week, but the second week was 4th of July weekend celebrations, and took the grandkids back home, came back, and I'm back into it full swing. I haven't weighed myself yet because I want to give myself a few days before, you know, there's something like psychological about when you step on a scale and you gain weight, and then nobody likes that. So I'll just wait. Why put myself through that? I'm not going to do that. Okay. So I am just putting this is unsweetened vanilla almond milk. This is what I use when I go to a coffee shop. I just ask for almond milk, and they pretty much all carry it nowadays. So I'm just going to pour some in there, not a whole lot. Like I said, normally I do this afterwards, but look, it's already, see how it's already starting to go? You see that? Okay, drip slowly, but it's gonna drip. Okay, then I found skinny syrups. They sell these like at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross. A lot of times if you look in their food department, they'll have the skinny syrups. So not a lot, okay, because normally I just drink my coffee without any sweetener or flavoring or anything. But iced coffee, I kind of like to doctor it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put a capsule in there. We'll see how that is. I can always add more, right? But you can't take it away. Okay. I keep my coffee down here. So later on today, I think I'm going to do corn on the cob in the Instant Pot. I don't know if anybody uses an Instant Pot. I know some people are kind of intimidated by Instant Pots. I think my daughter even gave hers away because she said it was taking up too much room and she couldn't see the benefit of it. I'm going to show you how you can make corn on the cob in 2 minutes. Well, it takes a couple of minutes to heat up, but 2 minutes and then you've got great corn on the cob. So I'm going to film that later on today. And I also made, I might do this for lunch, I made this really great bell pepper in my air hot fryer. Now that is bell pepper, lunch meat, cheese, a little bit of bacon bits. I think I'm going to put some mayonnaise on it. I mean, not mayonnaise, I'm going to put a little bit of mustard on it before it goes in. And, you know, maybe 10 minutes, and it's a pretty good lunch, and it's under 300 calories. I was really surprised. I saw somebody else do this. I've done stuffed like jalapeno poppers before, but I've never done like bell peppers other than that, the big bell peppers with like the hamburger and the rice that, you know, my mom used to make. I've made that a couple of times. But this was a pretty good hefty lunch, I thought, and you know, right in your air fryer, so it's easy. So we might do that too. Look, it's almost done. Do you see? Okay, so I do have some fancy straws. I think my husband got some of these on, these are just, they're stirrers, but they're also a straw. I think I'm going to use this one, but I wanted to show you. I have, these ones were from my Grandma Pearl. You know, my Grandma Pearl died. She lived in San Diego. Before that, she lived in Maine. She lived in San Diego in Point Loma, and my mother inherited the house, and basically she just wanted to sell it, and, you know, she had some debts to pay off and stuff, and some benefactors to pay off from the sale of the house. But my mom says, is there anything that you want from Grandma's? Come help me clean out. If there's anything you want, you know. And at the time I don't know, I think I was like 29 years old, and I had such fond memories of going to Grandma Pearl's and Grandpa Clarence's house. They lived a mile from the beach. Every summer for like 2 weeks they would take me. And Grandma had these spoons. These are really old. They're like an acrylic top. I'm down to 2. I'm not even sure like what happened to them. I had more. And they have a silver straw attached. And my grandma would give this to me with iced tea in it or lemonade. And I was like 8 years old, 10 years old. And my mom says, is there anything that you want? And I said, yeah, I want those straws. And she's like, what are you talking about? And my sister had never heard of them. My dad had passed away by this time, so he wasn't in on the conversation. I said, Mom, I know that there's these straws. And so I helped her clean out the kitchen, and she had one of those old American walnut hutches. They got real popular in the 70s. They called it Old Americana because I think the turn of the centuries when people come over, this was popular. But in the 70s, it came out. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. And down underneath the hutch, I opened up a box, and inside were these straws. And I showed them to my mom, and I'm like, these are the straws. I'm so excited. And she's like, oh my God, I'd never seen those straws before. And I'm like, oh, I feel so special because maybe Grandma only brought them out when I visited, but we always stirred our iced tea with these straws. And so they just meant a lot to me. And I have a few things for my grandma, but not a whole lot. And gotta keep these straws. Anyway, so this is the straw I'm gonna use for my coffee today. Put the other ones aside. I think actually, I'm pretty sure that this, this old glass, I think it was they called teaspoons, silver teaspoons, was in my Grandma Pearl's also. I think. I should write this stuff down. Okay, you think you're going to remember it forever, right? You don't remember it. It's just like baby books. You guys, just because you have 3 children now, it doesn't mean the third one is any less special than the first one. You need to make a baby book because you forget these things. Okay, so look, here we go. Iced coffee. How cool is that? All right, so you just pour it in, and no, the glass is not going to break. Put it back, and then we're going to give it a little stir because, you know, I put the milk and the vanilla in first. Normally I would do it after, but it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to take a sip. Oh, so good. I'm going to have so much energy after I drink this coffee that you might see a lot of, I don't know, things on Facebook. So I did, 2 days ago, I did do the first, my first acrylic pour. I had never done it. I was a little nervous. You guys can go back and watch the live. It turned out so pretty. Saying that, when I do it again, I think I'm going to be outside because it literally took 48 hours to cure and to dry. And then I touched it with wet hands and it got smeared. So they say you should shellac it with a coating so it doesn't scratch, it doesn't smear. Like I said, it was the first time I ever did it. I will definitely do it again because it was so pretty, so easy. Kids would love to do this little craft. You just put acrylics together, pour them over something. I did a canvas and I did a glass vase from the Dollar Tree, and it turned out like marble. Like I don't even think you could tell it wasn't marble. And then you gotta protect it. Like don't get the kids all excited about holding it because you have to protect it, let it dry, put a sealant coat over it, and then it's a masterpiece. We'll do it again. Go back and look at my video. If you don't belong to Kathy's Country Goodness, hit the following button and the like button and follow me. Usually Facebook is pretty good about putting my stuff out there. It says I'm live. You haven't got notifications and I don't see it live on my other tablet here. So I don't think I am live, but hopefully somebody will come on and see this and enjoy it and make themselves some iced coffee to get them through a long Sunday day. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.